Okay, well, I appreciate everyone's answer. I'm going to go on to the next question, people. Listen to this. Do you think telling your partner key things that satisfy you when you're being intimate is important in a relationship? Example, if you are an orally fixated person and your partner is not, do you discuss this with them to see if there is a moment of persuasion or is there a way to get this individual to participate? So the question is it important to tell your partner what you need to be satisfied when you're in an intimate relationship or an intimate setting? Is there anyone that would like to answer this question for me? Is your hand just up, Dr. Feelgood, or is it up from the last go round?
No, my hand wasn't up, but I will answer that though.
Oh,
It's important. It's important that your partner understands what you like as well as you understand what your partner likes. That's why it's important to have face-to-face conversations and read people, understanding that once you get there, you shouldn't have to talk somebody into doing something. They should understand that what you like and what you don't like and kind of work within those parameters. Heck, I might like to get hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Oh my God.
But no, I'm not, I'm just saying. But the idea is that, that's where compatibility and vibe comes in, because you have to understand the person that you're with to understand, because sometimes you can give them something they know that they never knew they liked.
oh, okay. You spring it on them. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? You spring it on them?
Well, no, just work something. Sometimes you have to experiment. It's everybody's body's different. So you have to work. You have to study a person, study how they walk, how they talk, how they eat, how they sleep. You gotta look at the body movements and motions. You have to be able to, understand what gets a person moving. Some people, words can get them moving. Some people need that physical touch. Some people just have that look.
So are you telling me, listen, I'm the devil's advocate tonight. So you're saying you got to study how they move, how they walk, how they eat. So if you're sitting across from someone, and let's just say they're having spaghetti. So if they slurp it up, like try to take each spaghetti noodle singular and do it like that, would you think that they're all fixated, or what would you read into that if they're having spaghetti? You know that movie about the dog when they was eating spaghetti? No table manners. No table manners.
Exactly, because you don't be slurping spaghetti, not in public.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, we moving right along. Is there any females that would like to answer that question? Oh, look at my daughter, Marlena. Give me some, girl. Give me some. Got that face made. Okay, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, people.
Got a hand up, Dr. Fabulous.
Dr. Dobson has her hand up.
Oh, okay. Ms. Dobson, go ahead. I can't hear you. You're muted.
I'm sorry. Let me just cut the TV down. I think that when it comes to learning your partner's sexual style or even their ways of intimacy, it all goes back to a foundation of communication. I mean, I hear what Dr. Feelgood is saying about watching that person and watching how they move and what they do and what they like. But, certain signs like that, body languages can be misread. So it's best to just talk. I mean, and I feel my personal opinion, being my age, I don't have time for you to figure it out. So I'm just going to tell you, no, I'm not an orally fixated person, or yes, this is what I am, or no, I don't like you to touch the bottom of my feet, or yes, I like to be touched behind my knee, or I like for you to wine and dine me first, or I'd like for you to use these words. I mean, that you have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to say what you want, even during the act of sex, you're going to let that person, no, don't touch me there. You know, or that feels good. I mean, however you communicate it to that person, that's what you do. So I think that if you don't talk, then you'll never know.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
Good point.
welcome.
I'm going to go. I see another hand up. Anson, is your hand up from the previous question or it's up for this one?
It's who's good. It's up for this one.
Okay, go right
Um,
ahead, Anson.
uh, communication, sexual communication, right? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. Is
Okay,
it okay
so
to tell your partner what you like and what you don't like, or do you think it's important in a relationship to express?
I think it's important to express, but I don't think it's necessity. You know, I don't think it's necessary because, you know, it's nothing like opening their present and getting surprised. You know, just imagine you having getting intimate with someone and then they do that special thing that you like without you saying a word, and that's gonna just drive you crazy. You know, so unless it's a must have or like lady said earlier, don't touch my feet, don't touch me. This is something that's gonna turn you off and communicate that. But if you have if you have oral fixation, I would rather you show me than tell me. So
But I'm going to say this because someone asked the question before, are you oral fixated? Well, oral fixation can be a lot of different things. That can mean that you are a great kisser, that you love to kiss. Oral fixation just isn't the oral lower portion of that. And I had to make that known to individuals when they talk to me about being oral fixated. That's where communication comes to play. What you may think it is may not be what I think it is. So if you don't conversate about it, it could be a mixed signal and somebody's feeling may get hurt, you know?
well, whatever it is, I just rather you show me than tell me. You know,
Okay.
because like you just said, oral fixation can be so many different things. If you have oral fixation and you just like to kiss, show me. If you had other oral fixation and you want to do something else, show me. You know,
So you
so
from the show me state. Okay.
right.
Sure.
I
It's not
got you. I got
it's
you.
not necessarily to talk about everything all the time. You know,
Okay.
only if something that's gonna turn you off, you should make it known to who you with.
Gotcha. I forgot you the one that say, shut up. Let's not talk. I remember you said that in previous. Okay. All right. Miss Dallas, come on and tell me. Come on and talk to me, Miss Dallas.
I agree with the other lady who spoke before you and with you. I think conversation is needed and very necessary for intimacy. Now, if you're just having a good time, then I can understand where Anson is coming from as far as the surprises and all of that. But for true intimacy, and you both want to be pleased at the end of the day, and you want to love each other and not go outside of the relationship, I think conversation is very necessary.
Okay. So, with that being said, is there anyone else that would like to answer this question? Because I have hands still raised. Is that a hand raising, Mr. Malik?
Yeah, Dr. Fowles, it is. What I discovered was if I don't let you know what I like, then, or if I'm afraid to communicate with you what I like, and because of how you've been raised, and I may think you kind of not you're modest. Keyword, you're real modest. And I might have came from I like, women, not so much, looser women, just more lax, willing to try things type women versus a modest woman. And if I get with a woman like that, then and I can't talk
with
to
a
her.
modest woman.
Yeah, if I get with a modest
woman.
If I get with a modest woman, but I'm coming from a era of loose women, and I may ask her to do something, then she like, oh no, I won't do that. Then Aisha will do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important that you get with someone and, like they said a little earlier, talk that stuff out. talk about fantasies, talk about what you like, what you don't like, because when you start, like Dr. Feelgood said, when you start getting into that moment, and then I like, I kind of want you to do this, or I might start doing something to you, then you like, oh no, don't stick it down. Oh no. But see, if I would have talked about that kind of stuff, then it will help me know who you are, and it help you know who I am. So that communication really is key. And that's why a lot of relationships break up because of lack of, and they still want to, like I said, you came from enjoying that. Now you get with modest and they don't do it. And you still like, damn, she's only a phone call away. You ain't gonna do, okay. So that's why it's important to discuss things.
Okay, so what you're trying to say in so many words, that if Felicia is not doing it, Aisha will. But just like Aisha will, Tom will also. Let's move right along.
Dr. Fabulous had to add that in there.
I just threw that out parenthetically, just so you know. Just so you know. But okay, I'm going to go to my last and final question, and then I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feelgood.
Before you move on, I want to add on to that last question.
Add on in, Anson. Add on in.
A lot of times people don't know what they want. So you can have that discussion about what you want, what you don't want, but I can guarantee that woman I used the bomb pops on didn't know that she like bomb pops like this.
It was what?
Bomb pop. The bomb pop ice cream. He's experimenting, as I said. My last and final question for the evening will be, do you think or consider it cheating if you have a friend? Let's say you have a friend and you don't really have titles, now, but you are intimate with someone else. Do you consider that cheating?
Of course not. How can it be cheating if we don't have a title? If that means I'm single technically and you're still single, but me and you do what we do, as far as our communication, but the word is no title. So if it's no title, then no rules, no rules. So okay. I can meet with somebody.
When you're dating, it's fair to say with you're not platonic with that one individual.
Exactly. If I'm dating, right? Because if no title, we're not exclusive. Keyword exclusive, and then that does give her the option to do the same, Dr. Fabulous. So, but a lot of women don't, because they kind of see what they want. They see some potential in that man, and they don't really want to go there, so to speak. But until things are laid out and perfectly clear, exclusive, that's when the cheating becomes after you become exclusive.
Okay. Is there a female that would like to answer that for Dr. Fabulous? Because I just want to hear your views on it. How would you feel? Anyone? Someone? No.
Ms. Bryan,
we have sex, we're together.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Right.
Ms. Bryan,
I'm sorry, I had to unmute. All right. I think that goes back to the communication piece. So I feel like there's no titles. There's not necessarily an obligation to like be monogamous, whatever. But I think depending on the person and the people, I feel like that's something you got to establish. Like, what does it mean if we're intimate or involved in a sexual relationship? Does that mean we become exclusive? Does that mean you're not seeing other people? So I feel like I wouldn't consider it cheating, but I feel like it's a point where you have to have that discussion to see what is this? What does that mean? Because I just feel like even if you're friends, if you have a discussion, it will be considered cheating if you're like, okay, this is an exclusive situation or whatever. I feel like that's a discussion the people involved have to have.
Okay. Thank you so much. Mr. Anson, is your hand raised or?
Yes, it is. I'm raising my hand because
Go
to
ahead.
answer the question, I have to piggyback off of Miss Malik. That is ridiculous. It's stupid. I wish you would say I'm cheating on you when I'm not with you. You like a new fool.
So y'all just sexual partners. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're not together. How am I cheat on someone I'm not together with?
Okay.
You got to be a new fool. Like that don't make no sense.
Okay.
Because
Thank you, Anson.
if I wanted to be with you, we would have had a discussion.
You would
And
have had a title.
yeah, we would have had time. But I do not agree with having sex with multiple people. 'Cause that's how you catch stuff.
Yeah, you might
All
as well be
right.
in a relationship.
Right, you might as
Okay.
well be in a relationship, but I like my life.
Okay, so the next hand that I saw come up was Miss Dallas, and then I'm going to go to Miss Lark, and then from Miss Lark to Miss Dawson, and then Dr. Feelgood, I'll let you bring it on home. So Miss Dallas, go right ahead.
I remember reading something that said, until he proves he only wants you, text them other men back. And I laughed at it. And yeah, and I thought it was, sufficient. Because, yeah, if there's no titles, then nobody should really be offended of who's doing what. If y'all have an understanding, I mean, that's the one thing. But if y'all ain't got no titles, then I think it is what it is.
Well, come on. Thank you, Miss Dallas. Miss Dawson? No, was it Miss Lark?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Lark. Go ahead, Miss Lark.
I think that's where that transparency comes in. What are you expecting from the relationship? What is, cheating? Those parameters have to be set by both partners. And so you have to communicate that's a form of communication because, it may be that you're in a long distance relationship and, you can't be exclusive because that's not possible per se. But you just have to talk to the other person. If there's no title, then I don't think we can be cheating if there's no title. And then what is really cheating? Like, if we decide that we're in what's called an ethically non-monogamous relationship, then we're not cheating. It's exercising options.
Oh, I like that. Exercising options.
Okay.
Well, Dr. Fabulous is getting something tonight. All right, Miss Dobson, you're on mute.
Sorry, I have to agree with the other two young ladies. I think that, and this is something that I've discussed for many times with my girlfriends, is that we consider dating to be an interview, sort of an interview stage. Dating does not mean that we're exclusive unless we say to one another that we're exclusive. I do agree with Answer though that if I'm gonna date multiple people and I choose to sleep with one person, that's it. I'm not sleeping around. There is a difference. I'm not gonna put my health in jeopardy, first of all. Forget
Yeah.
about STDs. You got COVID out here. I was just saying today how I was a kid, I was afraid of HIV. Now I'm afraid of COVID. I said, I guess I'll just be afraid of something for the rest of my life. But I think that if you're just friends and you date occasionally, and to me that sounds like, oh, I got a function to go to. Will you be my plus one? That sounds like to me, oh, I'm bored tonight. You want to go to the movies? Or I'm bored. You want to go with me, so and so, ride out wherever? That's friends. You know what I mean? If we're more than friends, then we're gonna say that. And one of the young ladies said that I think it was Mrs. Lark said, we got to go back to communication. You got to have that transparency, and you have to be vulnerable. So
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feelgood after he answers the question. But the reason why that question was asked, I have a girlfriend. Nobody had titles, but when her friend found out that she had slept with an individual, he became very upset about that. And even though they didn't have titles, he felt like he couldn't believe that she was being intimate with someone else other than him. So, ladies, I don't care what the men says they having conversation, this and that, or the third. A man feels some kind of way, when you're sleeping with someone else other than him, even if you're not in a relationship and they think that you all are good friends or could be leading down that direction. So I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Feelgood. And Dr. Feelgood, I'm waiting to hear your answer. It sounds so good to say Dr. Feelgood. That's just a name that you like, wow.
I say I call myself a doctor because I have